You would think the president of the university just walked in. He asked for a pen, and both of us are scrambling around trying to get a pen for Marcus. There's the half moon, and we are ready to go. Kick is up. It's taken at the 12-yard line by the Spartans. And a nice return out past the 30 to the 40, past midfield and stumbling close to the 40-yard line in Bearcats territory, Cody Calhoun with a tremendous run back on the second half kickoff.
Well, I'll tell you what, we know what the Spartans' passing offense can do. We know what their running game can do. We saw how good their defense was in the first half. How about we get a look at special teams here? A nice little return to start off the second half. And Dave, Case deferred in the first half, so they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Just underway, third quarter. 35-0 Case. Rob Kuda comes back out. He'll take the snap in the shotgun, empty backfield. They go to Medved, close to the 45-yard line, juggled the ball just a bit, secured it, and then gets tackled out near the 46-yard line.
7 different receivers have caught a pass for Case Western today. 9 last week and 7 in the first half this week.
Medved, the junior out of Imperial, PA, holds that one in. Gain of 1, second down and 9 for the Spartans. Operating in the Bearcats' 46-yard line. Lynch catches the pass at about the 44-yard line. That's going to go for a pickup of 2. He is tackled quickly. Kim Ornis in there on the tackle, number 94 for the Bearcats.
And Dave, the first 2 routes for the Spartans have been very simple comeback routes. They're really keeping things simple for Rob Kuda. You don't want to get things too complex.
Kuda awaits the snap. He'll gaze over to the sideline now for the play call. 3rd and 7. He'll run for it. Straight up the middle. He has the first down and more to the 30. Still on his feet. Gets to the 25, down to the 24-yard line. He is wrapped up and dropped there by Cody Lambert, the senior, who wrestles Kuda to the ground after another gallop. He had well over 100 yards in the first half. They'll swing it out to Lynch. They waste no time getting the next play off. Lynch, with some yardage after the catch, gets inside the 20. That's going to go down close to the 19, and it's a pickup of 5. Spartans looking at a second down. 2nd down and 5 for the Spartans. In the hurry up right now, leading at 35-0. Kuda will hand it up the middle to Jeffrey Brown Jr., and he is tackled close to the 16-yard line.
You know, you talk about 2 guys that have a future together. That's Kuda and the other guy, Jeffrey Brown Jr., in his 2nd season out of Fairfield, California. He's going to be the feature back here for the next couple years and a weapon in the running game for Kuda.
3rd down and 3. Football at the 17-yard line of the Bearcats. Kuda with Hockman in the backfield. Erb and Medved split wide to the left. They will swing it over to Erb, and the pass is dropped incomplete. And again, sticking with those little screen passes out on the sideline beyond the numbers. Eddy just trying to get those completions and then give the receivers a chance to use their athleticism and move down the field.
Well, you know that the offensive routes that they run don't really have to be anything too tricky. I mean, they can be a basic route, just get the receiver the ball in space, but get to see the field goal unit on the field for the first time.
4th and 3. Weston Salerno out to try the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Tasker to put the hold down at the 24-yard line. He gets the ball down. Here's the kick from Salerno. It is up, and it is no good. Wide to the right. And the Spartans will walk away empty-handed on this first drive of the 3rd quarter. Still 35-0 Spartans. Salerno out of Temecula, California, once hit a 62-yard field goal in a snap, hold, and kick competition in California. So plenty of leg there, but misfires from 34. And the Bearcats will take over now. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Sheminsky is back in at quarterback now, rolling left and looking downfield. Still looking downfield. Everyone is covered, and he will get rid of the football And that has been a familiar theme tonight, Eddie, with everyone covered downfield.
You know, he escapes so far away from the middle of the field of the hashtags. It's really just putting himself in not the greatest position to see his targets deep down the field, but you got to look at the athleticism of the front seven of the Spartans, and they have matched him step for step.
Szymanski very fast, breaking to the outside, but very difficult to lock in on a receiver when you're on the run, which he has been most of the night. 2nd down and 10. Now he'll look to throw off his back foot, and the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Jannard Dorsett out of the backfield. 3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Bearcats of St. Vincent. 12:14 to go, 3rd quarter, 35-0 Spartans. Evan Szymanski, the senior out of Kent Roosevelt High School. He has been under constant duress tonight. Here's the snap back to Szymanski. He'll drop back to throw. He'll fire it, and looking for Black, lunges out, makes the catch, diving out of bounds, out at the 30-yard line, looks to be a 1st down.
Boy, Dave, you had said it yourself before. Damon Black has got some really good Division I size and athleticism, and you saw the catch right there. He's really the only guy on the field that was going to be able to make that play under duress.
And just a sophomore for St. Vincent. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 10-yard strike from Szymanski gets them a new set of downs, and they'll go outside again, just outside the numbers. Pass is caught out there by Dustin Lohman Sr., who is a senior. It's a pickup of 7.
Boy, and you really like the game that Nick Kwan, number 2, has had for the Spartans here this evening. His coverage has been spectacular, and his tackling has been even better.
Kwan, the junior, records the stop there on Lohman. Now Crawford on the jet sweep out to the left and gets outside the numbers. Ball taken away from Crawford. Let's see if the Spartans have it. Case Western Reserve came up with the football. Looked like it was ripped out of his hands. Scott Surin takes the football away, and the Spartans will get it on the turnover. Well, that happened on the far side, as far away from us as they could get, Eddie. I couldn't really tell at the last second what happened, but it looked like Surin just ripped that ball out of the hands of Crawford.
I do believe the 3rd turnover that the Spartans defense has forced here this evening, and on a run that looked like it was going to be a 1st down, so that goes the Spartans' way.
Offense back out on the field now with Rob Kuda calling the signals in the shotgun. Hockman is in as the fullback. 3 receivers set on the left, 1 on the right. Kuda might be changing up the play. He'll take the snap, looks left, now looks back right, might run it, still has time, but now he'll tuck it under and dives ahead, takes a couple of big hits there as the Bearcats close in on him. Kuda with a 7-yard run and a 2nd down, and a long 3 coming up for the Spartans from the 34-yard line. He will throw it out. Pass is caught on the outside near the 30-yard line, out to the 25. Great move by the Spartans' Justin Fan, his first catch of the night. And makes a nice juke right there at the last second. Got about an extra 6 yards.
Well, he got a great block from his near side wide receiver, too. And I got to say, Dave, one of the things I've also been very impressed with is the blocking of the Spartans receivers. I mean, they can contain those defensive backs. They really have not been able to bring down those ball carriers in the secondary.
Urban Albers line up wide on the left. Fan and DeFrancesco on the right. Hockman is in as the fullback. He is the lone setback. Kuda calling out the signals. 2 on the play clock. They get it off. He's got it in the pocket. He'll wind up, fire it deep downfield. Incomplete on a little post pattern. Fan was there trying to run it down. 2nd down coming up for the Spartans. 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. 10:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 35-0 Spartans here at DeSanto Field. Home opener. Case Western Reserve trying to square their record at 1-1. The snap goes back to Kuda on second down. Gets rid of it quickly. Pass is caught. That's DiFrancesco spinning his way down close to the 5-yard line and is thrown down to the turf. And looks to be inside the 5, and the Spartans will be looking now at a 1st and goal. And the football at the 4-yard line.
Boy, Luke DiFrancesco just refused to go down that time. He gave you an array of moves right there. Every move that he had to pick up as much yardage as he could get.
It's a 14-yard pickup to the sophomore. Kuda now will keep it on the ground. They hand it up the middle. It's going to be just short for Hockman, who bounced to the outside over the left tackle and gets down to the 1. Full house backfield. Spartans will waste no time. Kuda again to Hockman. Buries his head down into the pile and looks to have the touchdown. A 1-yard plunge for the senior Adam Hockman. Touchdown Spartans. Adam Hockman's second touchdown of the night. First one on the ground. 41-0 Case Western Reserve.
And you can see the versatility of Adam Hockman. 1 touchdown in the air, 1 on the run. He is really a 5-tool player for the Spartans in that tool bag of Rob Kudas.
Salerno out to try the PAT. Timmery with the snap. Tasker with the hold. The kick is up and it is good. The Spartans go up 42-0 with 9:17 to go here in quarter number 3. More college football action coming up after this timeout on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
Dave's Cosmic Subs sounding pretty good right now.
Didn't we have a couple earlier prior to the game? Is that what they had out there?
I didn't, but our in-booth assistant had his fill of it. 9:17 to go. Third quarter action. Spartans strike again after the takeaway by Scott Surin. That sets up the Spartans touchdown. And boy, you like to see that, Eddie. An opportunistic team. You take advantage of those turnovers. All the way back. This will be Dorsett bringing it back from the 7 to the 20, middle of the field. Spins away, gets close to the 25-yard line before he is knocked down by the Spartans. Good special teams coverage. Surin right in there. Boy, it seems like we're calling his name a lot tonight. Scott Surin, the free safety out of Brunswick High School, second team all UAA a year ago. Grabbed the football and forced the fumble, if you will, taking that ball away from Ryan Crawford. The last Bearcats possession. Now Bearcats come back out offensively. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. They will put Donahue back in at quarterback. He will run it straight up the middle, and he is tripped up after about a 5-yard pickup. And boy, there was some hard hitting there as the Spartans came across and wiped out Donahue after a 5, maybe a 6-yard pickup.
That's another reason to be excited about Spartans football is the physicality of this defense. I mean, they hit you hard. They get up in your mouth right there and just very bruising with whoever's holding the ball.
2nd down and 4 after a hard-earned 6 yards. 2 receivers on each side. Interesting formation. The receivers are stacked on top of one another. Now they'll hand it to Crawford again. Looked like a almost mishandled on the transfer from Donahue to Crawford, but he was able to secure it and falls ahead for about 3. They're looking at a 3rd and 2 now from the 33-yard line of the Bearcats. They're operating in their own territory.
This offense has not been able to stay on the field for the better part of the 3rd quarter, just 2 for 9. converting third down. The Spartans would love to see 2 for 10 here with the clock running.
Spartans do have the extra nickel back in there. Back to throw Donahue. He's in trouble, chased out of the pocket. He'll wing it deep downfield for Black, and he comes up with the ball, battling Calhoun with it, and Black makes the reception at the Spartans' 35-yard line. 32-yard strike from Donahue to Damon Black.
Well, again, he is just another guy at another level with that big frame and the adjustment that he made to come back to the ball and ripped it out loose.
Calhoun there defensively, but Black came up with the ball. Now Donahue will run it straight ahead. He has a seam and dives ahead to the 25-yard line before he is wrapped around the ankles and brought down by Alex Habib of the Spartans. A 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1. Bearcats for the first time tonight showing a little spark after that long completion from Donahue to Damon Black. 42-0 Case. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. They will hand it to Crawford, trying to pick his way forward. He has the first down. Finally brought down by Zach Lyon. Lyon, who had the interception earlier. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. .6:41 to go. Clock moving here in the third. Case in control of this game. Donahue will wing it out. Pass caught in the flat out near the sideline. Hauled in there by Shavonte Kraft out of the backfield. He's pushed out of bounds by Lyon. Also Nick Kwan there defensively. They pick up close to 6.5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3. Well, each team is stuck with that no-huddle, hurry-up offense the entire game. They'll wing it out again. This pass caught by Sheminsky as a receiver this time, trying to duck and weave his way ahead, and got back maybe to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd down. They might have lost a yard there, Eddie.
Yeah, really another impressive stand by Case, and with a hurry-up offense, you have to go with your base 3-4 defense for the entire length of the drive, which really helps you get out and tackle ball carriers on the far side.
Case trying to get some personnel in on the defensive change despite the no huddle, and now Donahue is going to be knocked down and sacked as he tried to get to the outside, and the Spartans sealed the edge. Aaron Weisberg was there. Also Dayton Snyder, the big senior defensive end, was able to tackle Donahue. It's going to be 4th down, a long 4. And it looks like a timeout's been taken by St. Vincent with 5:24 to go here in the third quarter. So they take a timeout with Case leading at 42-0. And boy, at this point, Eddie, the outcome of the game in very little doubt. But if you're each head coach, what do you think they want to see? What do you want to accomplish in this scenario?
Well, I think that St. Vincent, their defense doesn't want to come back on the field. I mean, that's the main thing. I think they want to convert this 4th down and just prove to themselves that they can convert a 4th down and stay on the field and really try to give themselves their first opportunistic opportunity to score in the red zone and just get some points on the board and get yourself a little bit of confidence going for the rest of the night.
Donahue stays in at quarterback. I do not see Sheminsky in as a wide receiver. He will wing it sidearm, caught by Black out near the 13-yard line. Now they say no, he was out of bounds. He was spun out of bounds by Surin before he was able to get control of the football. I think he would have been short anyway. They needed to get to the 13. He was spun out of bounds, I think, just outside the 13-yard line. And so 4th down fails for the Bearcats, and the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Well, Dave, that was the key in that would-be catch right there, control. He did not control the ball with both feet inbounds, and then when you saw it fall onto the ground, it was too late for him to be able to recover. So another 4th down failed by St. Vincent. 0 for 2. Give great credit to the Spartans D.
1st and 10 now. Kuda back out with the Spartans offense. Option pitch is dropped, and Anthony has to dive on it. as that was a live football. Miles Anthony, the sophomore out of Philadelphia, Germantown Academy product, had 4 carries a week ago and 1 catch for a TD. But he falls on that loose ball, and Spartans lose yardage. It's now going to be 2nd and 19 from the 8-yard line.
Well, we know how aggressive the Spartans offense has been, but he did the right thing right there. Just fall on the ball and don't let the defense recover.
Yeah, cut your losses there. Anthony, definitely the right decision. Kuda in the shotgun. He will run it and finds a seam, but it closes quickly. He gets out to the 15-yard line. He is helped to the ground by Luke Denovich, the sophomore linebacker for the Bearcats. He gets some of the yardage back, a pickup of 7. 3rd down and 12. When all is said and done, Kuda is going to have some very impressive rushing numbers tonight. 113 yards at halftime. He's already had a couple of nice runs here in the 3rd quarter. Question will be how long he will play. We may not see Rob Kuda in the 4th quarter. We'll see. 3rd and 12. He'll try to run it again. This time more running room. Outside the 20 to the 25-yard line. He's going to be short of the 1st down by about 2 yards.
Yeah, you know, Dave, I really wasn't sure if we were going to see Kuda in the 3rd quarter, but, you know, here we go. He's plugging and chugging away, and he's still fighting for every yard that he can get. And I really like that. You know, it doesn't matter what the score is. Even if you're up big, you still want to play as if the score is 0-0 and fight for every yard that you can get. And he has earned a lot of respect for himself here on the Case campus.
Jacob Burke is going to pump this one away. He is standing back at his own 10-yard line. 4th and 2. He will kick it. And what a booming punt. All the way back to the 30-yard line. It's caught by Dustin Lohman Jr. He is pushed back close to the 25. Spartans come in waves and knock him down. My goodness, what a kick by Burke. That was 45 yards in the air, and then Lohman went the wrong way and was tackled back near the 26-yard line.
You know, the Spartans punting the football, they've had a couple of those here tonight. Really some really good lengthy punts, and just another tool that they can add to their toolbox going forward. Always important to have a good punter, especially when you're punting inside your own 20-yard line.
Bearcats come back out. Donahue will stay in at quarterback. 4 receivers set. They have shown the same look. And now a lot of players jumped. Everybody got back. But a lot of finger pointing, and a flag comes out. It's going to go against Case Western Reserve. So encroachment there, and they'll mark it ahead 5 yards. 1st down and 5 from the 31-yard line for the Bearcats. We have 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Case leading at 42-0 on another prolific night by sophomore quarterback Rob Kuda. Donahue will shout out the signals. Dorsett is to his right in the backfield, and he will run it. Design quarterback keep. He runs into the pile and has nowhere to go. Spartans' Andrew Benathi is in there, the inside linebacker, pushing Donahue back. Starting to get some new Case personnel in there. Alex Habib was again there defensively helping out. Nose tackle now Tyler Doty. Doty moving out to an end. Josh Rogers still in at nose. 2nd down and 7 for the Bearcats. 2.5 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Donahue pump fakes. Now looking for an open target. Gets it to Crawford. Pass is intercepted. Juggled by Crawford. It pops up into the air, and the Spartans come up with it. Interception for Case Western Reserve. Trying to pick up who picked that one off. That might have been Benathi. It was. Andrew Benathi, the sophomore inside linebacker, comes up with the loose ball. Right place, right time. Little crossing route. Came out of Crawford's hands.
Well, Sheminsky looked at one receiver, didn't want him. Looked at another one, didn't want him. He's just looking off all of his targets and then juggling the football. The Spartans at the right place at the right time.
1st and 10. Football at the 30-yard line. Back out there, number 4, Rob Kuda. In the pocket. Now pressure coming. He gets hit as he tries to run for it. Tackled at the 28-yard line, a pickup of 2. Second down and 8 for Case Western Reserve. Kuda again will call out the signal. 2nd and 8. Football marked at the 28-yard line. Now the snap goes back. They'll pitch it out. Another backwards flip that was intended for Anthony and dropped, and Miles Anthony has to fall on it. Clock will continue to move. 1:34 to go. And Anthony, the inside linebacker out of Tinsley Park, Illinois, economics major here at Case, with that interception. His first career pickoff. Spartans force another turnover. 3rd down and 12 now, with 1:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. 42-0 Spartans. Now Kuda drops back to throw, and he feels the pressure coming. Now has some good blocking. Fires it over the middle, and the pass is caught inside the 15-yard line. Dan Cronin makes the catch. It's a Spartans first down. We'll see where they spot the football. It's inside the 15. Linesman saying it's down at the 12-yard line. That's a pickup of 20.
A very tight window and a passing lane for Rob Kuda to fit this football in between the defense, but he really threads the needle right there, and just another amazing play as Kuda continues to raise eyebrows here.
Yeah, we've seen him make all kinds of throws tonight. Anthony spinning his way down close to the 10-yard line. That's a pickup of 2. Spartans can get a first down without scoring. It'll be 2nd and 8, and the football is resting at the 11-yard line. Now we've seen him with the deep ball a couple of times. We've seen those line drive passes, the touch passes. Kuda has really shown an ability to make all the throws tonight. 2nd down and 8, final play of the 3rd quarter. Kuda takes the snap. They'll hand it up the middle. It's going to be Burke, and he dives across the goal line. It's a touchdown, Spartans. Jacob Burke, the sophomore fullback out of Johnstown, Ohio. And he goes straight ahead for 11 yards and a Spartans touchdown. It's 48-0, Case Western Reserve.
Well, a good way to more or less end the 3rd quarter with your 3rd rushing touchdown. And every time, Dave, that the Spartans offense has been in the red zone, they've been able to put it across the plane of the goal line.
They've taken advantage of every opportunity. Here's Salerno with the PAT. It is up and it is good. Spartans leading at 49-0. 1 second to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this timeout on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world, 1 sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
Well, Jacob Burke getting in on the scoring act. The fullback bursts in from 11 yards out. And the Spartans leading at 49-0, only 1 second left. So after this kickoff will be the end of the 3rd quarter. This is Weston Salerno to kick off. He is just a sophomore. Case up 49-0 with just 1 tick left here in the 3rd quarter. Line drive kick. Going to be taken inside the 5. Now it goes out of bounds, and so the flag will come out. So that 1 second did not tick off. And they will bring the football out and mark it at the 30. Pardon me, the 35-yard line, right in the middle of the field. And the Bearcats will come out, make one play. before the end of the third quarter. Spartans taking advantage again of the turnover. They have really converted those turnovers into points all night. 1st and 10 from the 35. This is Donahue, who is still in at quarterback. Sheminsky has been moved out to a wide receiver position. Donahue to throw it, middle of the field, caught by Black, and he is going to spin away, and he might go. He's all alone on the far sideline. Quan is back there. There is blocking for Black, and he dives across. He's in for a touchdown. 65-yard touchdown pass from Donahue to Damon Black, who spun his way out into the flat on the left and then made his way down the sideline. And Damon Black goes in for the score.
Well, I'll tell you what, Damon Black did just about all of the work right there. I mean, we saw his Division I talent throughout the course of that play. I mean, he's been catching balls all evening long. He's been the lone bright spot for St. Vincent here this evening, and getting a little creative there on the touchdown with the dive in there.
So they'll get set for the PAT. First one of the night coming up for Steve Shearer. The holder is David Butler, the punter. There's the snap, the hold, and the kick, and it is up, and it is good. And so it's 49-7. A 65-yard pass to sophomore receiver Damon Black ends the third quarter and gets St. Vincent on the board. 49-7. The all-important fourth quarter is coming up next here on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
Well, there you see, 15 minutes left on the clock here, and the final quarter about to get underway, and the Spartans with the healthy lead of 49-7. David Black, 65-yard touchdown. First time that the Bearcats have been able to get on the board tonight. Well, there will not be a shutout here at DeSanto Field in the home opener. Here is the kickoff and the run back by Calhoun. He had a big one earlier, tiptoeing down the sideline, stepped out at about the 45-yard line. So Calhoun with another nice return on special teams. And the Spartans will come out on offense. Third quarter stats delivered to us by Greg Wilson. Well, Rob Kuda now 145 yards rushing, I believe. I saw that right, Eddie.
And 380 total yards combined with 236 through the air. So he is just racking them up and racking them up.
Anthony will carry, covering the football, breaks through, gets into the defensive backfield, stiff arms a man, gets across the 40, down close to the 35-yard line before he is run out of bounds. That's a 20-yard pickup.
You know, Dave, you really like smaller running backs. How about the size of Miles Anthony, 5'4"? It is very difficult to get a hand on him.
As we said, Anthony had a touchdown reception last week. He'll fire this one out just inside the 35-yard line. See who came up with that one for Case Western Reserve. Looks like it was Justin Fan corralling that one. $14 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, Case on the move. 2nd down and 8 after the pass to Fan. Lone man in the backfield is Hockman, who has scored 2 touchdowns tonight. Kuda in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the right. Actually, that was not Hockman lining up in the backfield. That was Aaron Aguilar who takes the handoff, dives ahead, maybe picks up a yard. Kuda at the end of the third quarter, 23 of 30. So accuracy there. Obviously has been very versatile tonight in the types of throws that he's made to a number of different receivers. When you talk about filling up the stat sheet, the Spartans again with a bevy of receivers who have hauled in catches tonight. They'll hand it to Anthony again, and dives past the 30, but he'll be short of the first down.
You know, and Dave, Kuda being at 60% for his collegiate debut, their season debut 2 weeks ago in Chicago. That was already a pretty impressive number, but 23 of 30 puts you well over 70%. So he has shown an even bigger improvement here in week 2.
4th down and 3. Spartans will go for it, and they keep it on the ground. New quarterback is in for Case. That was Nick Kwan who actually took the snap. Pardon me, that was Tyler Skovanik. Both share number 2. And the Spartans short as they tried to run it on 4th and 3. And they'll give it up on downs here with 12:37 to go. So Skovanik had checked in. And Kuda's night may be over after a career night here in the home opener. Boy, they will be talking about this home opener for years to come.
Yeah, I would have reason to believe that we have probably seen the end of Rob Kuda's night here tonight. I mean, really not much of a reason to risk him getting injured out there, especially with the way that he runs and the way that he runs so hard.
12:37 to go, 49-7 Spartans. This is Donahue still in for the Bearcats. He is pressured and on the run, gets rid of the football and throws it into the Bearcats bench.
You know, Dave, there haven't been a ton of Spartan sacks here today. We may have had 2 or 3, but how about the quarterback hurries? Just getting both of those guys uncomfortable, flushing them out, getting their momentum going away from the middle of the field. They really have not been able to settle in. Neither of St. Vincent's quarterbacks have. Jason
Lockamy providing the pressure there. So Donahue will work from the shotgun. 12.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Spartans up by 42 right now, 49-7. Over the middle, that is Black, had the ball, dropped it. Spartans scoop it up, and whether or not that's a completed pass is the question. They say no, it was incomplete. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Bearcats.
Hard for us to tell from this angle, but he's got his big body corralling the ball, so he couldn't really tell from this vantage point, but you did see the ball on the ground and the Spartans defense getting a little excited with another potential chance to pick up the ball, but they'll have to make another stand on 3rd and 10.
Football is at the 28-yard line. Bearcats operating in their own territory. There's the snap, back to Donahue. He has time, fires it middle of the field. That is caught out near the 40-yard line. It's good for a first down for the Bearcats. A pickup of 12. They needed 10. That was caught by DJ Ocean Kelly. That's his first catch of the night. We've seen him on a couple of returns. DJ Ocean Kelly lines up wide to the right this time. 4 receivers set for Donahue. 1st and 10 from the Bearcats' 40-yard line. They'll snap it back to Donahue, looking down middle of the field again. The pass is incomplete, looking for Dustin Lohman. 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, he was salivating at the mouth because that was probably the most open any St. Vincent receiver has gotten all evening long. So Donahue a little bit quick with that release, but unable to connect with his man, and that's too bad for the Bearcats because that was a well drawn up play against the Spartans D.
Lohman, a talented receiver out of Pittsburgh Central Catholic High School. 11:40 to go. Clock stops with the incompleted pass. Donahue on 2nd down and 10. He wants to wind up and fire it, but he's going to go down. Case brings the pressure, and he is sacked. Spartans record the sack, and again, Andrew Benathi in there.
Well, you have to love the fact that the Spartans can rush 3 and drop everybody back and still get pressure on the quarterback. About the 4th or 5th sack of the game for the Spartans. But I mean, that sturdy front 3 for them is about as sturdy as it gets. Such a luxury to have 4 linebackers on the field and everybody else just drop back into the secondary.
Spartans leading it 49-7. 11 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Donahue again, pressured by Surin. On the run, fires it. Man open, pass is caught. That's Ocean Kelly, who makes the catch on the Case side of the field, down close to the 42-yard line. That was a nice throw on the run by Tyler Donahue, the St. Vincent quarterback.
And a standstill catch for Ocean Kelly right there. He was waiting all day for this football to get out there, but he reels it in, and that's a solid pickup for the Bearcats, whose offense is really starting to figure things out here in the 4th quarter.
That's a 23-yard strike for a first down. They'll fake a handoff to Kraft, and now Donahue in trouble, gets away from the pressure, and now will finally be tackled by Surin back near the 49-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 7. Boy, he had 9 lives that time.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, you always wonder why do you not get rid of the football after the first initial hit? I mean, you're 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and the thing about good defensive players, when there's one, there's more. They're like deer. So they're usually going to get you on the second try, if not the first try. But really a smart decision to get rid of the ball, but he wasn't able to do that here. Spartans will love that.
Second down, 16 now after the loss of 7. Back to throw, off his back foot, throws it middle of the field, and Damon Black thought he was interfered with or held. No flags on the play, incomplete, so it's 3rd down and 16.
You know, most of Donahue's throws here in the second half have been all really off of his back foot, but his throwing mechanic is a little sidearm, so a little bit not what Spartans defense is used to, but they've adapted to that really well and really made him a non-factor.
9:43 to go here in the 4th quarter. 49-7 Spartans. Tyler Donahue subbing for Evan Sheminski, who was largely ineffective tonight against the Case defense. And now Donahue trying to make a run for it. He is hit and tackled. Spartans get to him. Nate Knockhazel, the senior defensive end, makes the stop. 4th down, 18 coming up. Another sack for the Spartans. Football right at midfield. Punt is coming up. Spartans will drop back Justin Fan to receive this kick. Kick comes from near the 40-yard line. Fan will make the catch at the 16. Couple of moves, nice spin move, gets to the 25, out to the 30, and then he is wiped out from behind. Fan disappeared under the big body of Martin Lassard on the special teams unit for the Bearcats.
And the yards just continue to pile on for the Spartans here, even late in the game. I mean, we know how many passing yards they've piled up. We know how many rushing yards they've gotten. But the special teams, too, they have been just as impressive and every bit as good as the other 2 facets of the game for the Spartans.
There's an 18-yard return for Justin Fan. Spartans back out offensively. Miles Anthony gets the carry over the right tackle. Flag comes in late as Anthony dives ahead close to the 39-yard line. So the clock will stop with the penalty. Got a hold here against Case. So they will mark it off 10 yards and would probably be safe to say Case will try to keep it on the ground here and keep the clock moving. Quarterback in for Case right now is Tyler Skovanik. He's out of Lubbock, Texas, a grad student, 5'11", 190. Getting some playing time here with the Spartans well in control of this game, 49-7. Skovanik will run for it. And he is going to get across the 30, close to the 32-yard line, keeps the ball in the middle of the field. Second down coming up for the Spartans. It'll be second down and about 14 yards to go. Teal on the road next week. They await the Spartans. Spartans will not be back here until 3 weeks from today. That'll be homecoming against Waynesburg on the 10th. 7:54 to go in the football game. Again, Case will try and keep it on the ground. More backup personnel coming in for the Spartans. Aaron Aguilar, the sophomore, getting another carry. Not much running room there. In fact, he lost 2. 3rd down and 16. Clock moving. Skobanek will bring him back to the line. He'll call out the signals again. 49-7 Spartans. They'll try to dump it off, and the pass might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Intended for Joey Spitali. Spartans fail, and they look at a 4th down and 16 now.
Well, a lot of times on 3rd and long, Dave, when you have such a big lead, you're just tempted to just keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock moving. But you have to really respect the fact that the Spartans were at least willing to throw the football right there and at least take a chance to try to get the 1st down and move the clock and move the chains as well.
Tried a little screen pass there to Spitali. It did not work. And Case will kick this one away. Punt straight up in the air. Not much spiral on it. It takes a nice Case bounce and goes out at about the 30-yard line. Nice punt. It's going to go down as about a 40-yard kick with no return. Jacob Burke, another nice kick. Football at the 32-yard line. Bearcats will come out in their own territory with 7:02 to go here in the 4th quarter. And again, boy, if you're tuned in late, you missed a tremendous performance by Rob Kuda, the sophomore quarterback for the Spartans. We'll have all of his numbers at the end of our broadcast. Great night for the sophomore. 2 great games to start his 2nd season at Case. Screen pass, wide receiver, screen pass out to the far side. And it's run up the sideline by Ariel Martinez, the freshman. A lot of guys getting into the game now we did not expect to see, but both head coaches being able to utilize some of their bench here, get some players in, and get some experience. That is still Donahue at quarterback. 4 receivers set. Pass caught. Again, Martinez, near side of the field, turns the corner, gets into Case territory, and is hit and knocked out of bounds. Lucas Boback there defensively for the Spartans.
Well, Dave, I think it just kind of comes with the territory of the score being where it's at. I mean, you're going to get a look at everybody for future days, future weeks, future reps in practice. You know, really a lot riding on the line for the younger guys here in this game.
Donahue puts it into the hands of Crawford straight ahead on 1st down. 6:02 to go now in the 4th quarter. Football at the 39-yard line after a pickup of 5 by Ryan Crawford. Boy, another storyline of the night is the takeaways by the Spartans defense. Eddie, they have made some key plays to take over the football, and then the offense has responded with touchdowns. Back to throw Donahue, middle of the field, looking for Black. He was hit at the same moment the ball arrived. Defensive coverage by Daniel Fabiniak of the Spartans. That'll make it 3rd down and 5.
You know, Dave, going back to what you just said about the takeaways turning into points, I can remember about 4 takeaways, and I can remember about 3 touchdowns that resulted from the Spartans. So that's a good chunk of your points right there coming off of miscues.
Recovered fumbles. It was an interception. Zach Lyon with the pick tonight. Back to throw Donahue, backpedaling, fires it ahead. Pass caught by Dorsett out of the backfield. Had some blocking up ahead, gets across the 30-yard line, stays in bounds, but it's good for a 1st down. 49-7 Case, 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Playing out the string here at DeSanto Field. Fireworks coming up for these fans who have come out tonight to watch the Spartans in action. Ariel Martinez catches the pass out of the flat, gets outside the numbers, and rumbles down close to the 10-yard line. So the freshman Ariel Martinez getting a chance to catch a couple of passes here. First and goal for the Bearcats now. Football is inside the 10. Looks like they spot it at the 9. First and goal. 49-7. Case Western Reserve. Donahue will throw it quickly. It's caught. Martinez again on the receiving end. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Spartans corral him. Martinez out of Gaithersburg, Maryland. 5'8", 160.
And Dave, you can tell that they like number 11, Ariel Martinez. They really like the young man. I mean, they've been swinging it out to him just about for the entire length of the fourth quarter, piling up the catches with about 5 or 6 in the quarter. They really like him in space, and they see him as a big part of their future, catching passes out of the backfield.
We have Martinez as a freshman. Damon Black just a sophomore. A couple of very talented receivers. They'll do the same thing. Martinez drops the ball this time. It's an incompleted pass. There was some thought on the Spartans' part that might have been a backwards pass, but incomplete. And so now a third and goal from the 9-yard line. 3:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. Spartans up 49-7. Donahue gets the play call from the sideline. You've seen a lot of action in this game in the second half, primarily their starter, even going back to the late second quarter, replacing Evan Sheminsky. Back to throw, Donahue. He's in trouble, gets rid of it. That's Black, back of the end zone, touchdown, Bearcats. That is a 9-yard touchdown pass from Donahue to Black. It's his second touchdown of the night.
Well, with all the damage that he has done, Dave, in the fourth quarter, Damon Black has, he's probably going to have the second highest amount of total yards next to Kuda, and his second touchdown of the second half. I mean, he's really had an impressive night and is really a weapon for the Bearcats.
Here is the point after touchdown. It is a line drive that is up and good. Kicked in by Steven Shearer. And with 3:42 to go here in the fourth quarter, it is now 49-14. Bearcats put their second touchdown on the board. And boy, from his back foot, Donahue can really sling the ball.
Yeah, you know, he does have a little bit of an unconventional release. It's a little a sidearm, I guess you call it a submarine pitcher in baseball, but you know, it gets the job done. I mean, it works for him, and he's been able to do a little bit of damage with his arm here, you know, late in the fourth quarter. You know, the Spartans were looking to, as you had said before, Dave, pitch that shutout, but 2 scores on the board for, you know, St. Vincent. And you know, Dave, this is really one of the reasons that football players always have to stay humble, because you just never know what can happen on that field, and you never know who's going to make a big play, regardless of what the score is or what the clock says.
Well, and you also, if you're the Bearcats, you have at least something positive to pull out of the tape when you start looking things over and try to pull out some things that you could talk to the team about that they did well. 3:42 remaining. Here is the kickoff for the Bearcats. Sam Elliott now handling kickoff chores. Kick is caught by Calhoun, I believe was still in the game. Bringing that one back and is upended just short of the 20-yard line. Spartans will come back out. Spartans come back out. One of the fans who have come out tonight for the home opener, they have certainly been treated to a vintage Case performance. And just like Greg Debelak was telling us during the week, you know, some shades of the type of quarterback that Case fans enjoyed with Dan Whalen over those great glory years. And Kuda with some of those same attributes, and he was putting them all on full display tonight. Aguilar gets the first carry for the Spartans, and he rumbles ahead for a first down. It's a 10-yard pickup. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Clock continues to move here in the 4th quarter. Well, on a night like this, Eddie, Spartans wish there were 5 quarters, and if you're St. Vincent, this final 3 minutes can't tick off soon enough. Anthony bounces to the outside near the hash marks, and he is wrapped up at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 5, maybe 6 for the diminutive Miles Anthony.
Well, Dave, I think you had mentioned it before that if this is any precursor to what the Spartans can do here in the 2015 season, then there's going to be a lot of special things here involved, because the most important position on the field, they've got that taken care of with Kuda, and really everything else is really working as a well-oiled machine throughout the whole course of the game.
Yeah, it starts to fall into place from there, especially with the talented receiving core. They'll give it to Miles again, spin move. It's to the 37-yard line. 2nd down, and make it 3rd down, and a long 3 coming up. Again, after the game, we'll stick around hopefully long enough to share some stats with you. I'd like to give you some of the final offensive numbers for Case before we wrap things up tonight. Special thanks to our Media Vision crew, Mike Becker, Brian Landers, Shayna Perlman. Great job tonight producing our telecast and giving you all the pictures and the sights of this game tonight at DeSanto Field. A beautiful night here in the Cleveland area. 1.5 minutes to go, and looks like a offside against the Bearcats.
Dave, you had talked a little bit about the glory years of the Spartans. It was not so long ago that Greg Debelak led the Spartans to 3 consecutive unbeaten seasons. They made the NCAA playoff appearances a couple of times. UAA titles 3 years in a row from 07 to 09. And Rob Kuda, he might not be exactly a clone of Whalen, but he's a very gifted and special quarterback. And they're going to do a lot of similar things with him at the helm of this offense and making playoff appearances and winning titles.
Well, they're in victory formation now, and they may have to take one more knee. Tyler Skovanec doing the honors. Case did lose Ryan Merlau, one of their starting offensive linemen, last week against the Chicago Maroons, and you really just hope now moving forward you can stay away from the injury bug with as many talented guys as Case is running out on the field this year. One more play is all it will take, and this one will be history. And there is the kneel down by Skovanec, and that will do it. Spartans are going to win this game tonight, 49-14.